What if you did everything right, only to end up with nothing to show for it? You got the degree, you followed the rules, and yet, here you are, ignored, rejected, or worse, stuck in an endless cycle of unpaid internships. This is the reality for so many graduates today. The job market is broken. Employers demand experience without offering opportunities, and degrees that once guaranteed success now feel like an expensive joke.
Searching for a job has to be one of the most dehumanizing things in my entire life, and I've been through some pretty traumatic shit. I will be the most loyal person to a job if that means I don't have to ever search for a job again. And my thing is, I don't have a problem getting into low-paying jobs. We know the ones, fast food, retail, whatever. It's the jobs that I actually went to school to get a degree for that are actually pissing me off. And even then, just general jobs like receptionist, administrative coordinator, all of those things, they want to pay you $15 an hour, but also ask for and require a bachelor's degree. How is that adding up? You want me to answer phones for you, right? But you also want me to have a whole degree that costs thousands of dollars in this country for $15 an hour. Because in some states, it is over the minimum wage. But cost of living is way higher. And this is no different than other people have said, but I've been so pissed on this job search journey that sometimes I just close the laptop and not think about it and think about just staying in my job that just, I need to get out of it. But I hate the job search so much. Even temp services are not temping. I've had my resume looked over dozens of times. I've paid to have it reviewed. I've paid to get it redone. I've gained new skills. I've leveled up. I've gone back to school. And it's just like, at what point do I start doing the wrong illegal things? At what point am I justified in starting to do that? Because yes, the fear of jail is real, but also maybe the people that do commit crimes and get money got it right. Because what's the point of trying to do the right thing? Honestly. And this is just my rant for today, but it's just like, damn, I wish I was born a Nepo baby who didn't have to think about all of that. That's the part that really pisses me off. Because yes, I know I'll be okay in the end because I am optimistic, I guess, right now. But it just pisses me off the entire process of having to figure out all this shit only for you to still get rejections. And only for you to have to jump through hoops to hopefully get into somebody's place where they still want to play you in your face and not pay you what you think you're worth, what you know you're worth. Even entry level! You want 5 years of experience for me to enter, like, and then do 3 to 4 jobs at once. Be so fucking foot it all. Be so fucking foot it all.
Hi y'all, quick rant. Is anyone else in the weird spot where they cannot get a job? I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. I have about 4 years of working in a school district, being a teacher, being a paraprofessional, being a substitute teacher under my belt. I have a lot of qualifications. I have my certifications. I have everything. I have the whole, whatever they told me to do to get a job with an education, I did. Apparently there's a huge need for teachers. However, every time that I get an interview and I go through the whole process and it gets down to the end of it, I don't have enough experience for these people to hire me. How am I supposed to obtain this experience if you're not giving me that opportunity to do so? Like, take the chance on me. I promise you I'm good. I'm very stressed out because the school year is fast approaching. I don't know what to do.
We do not talk enough about how applying to jobs is literally a full-time job. And I know when I tell somebody I'm unemployed right now, I'm still applying to jobs, their immediate thought is this bitch is sitting on their ass all day doing nothing. And I can't afford to do nothing. Right now I'm balancing a part-time mediocre job with applying to jobs for 5 hours a day, coming up with new strategies to actually get an interview. And then when you get the interview, you actually need the energy for the interview after being told no so many times. It's just insane. And it's crazy we just have to deal with the cards that we're dealt. If you don't have a connection in this job market, you're literally screwed. Like, there's no way for you to get above anybody else other than just submitting a cold application and waiting for the lottery to happen. And it's just annoying to me that my degree almost feels meaningless in a way. Like, I did all of that. I did 16 years of school to be sitting here begging to work.
This job market is literal garbage. Absolute garbage. No one is hiring. No one is fucking hiring. So how the fuck are we supposed to pay the shit that we need to pay for? Make it make sense. I went to a staffing agency and asked the lady, hey, you know, what is the process to get a job with you guys? She told me, well, we actually haven't been able to get anyone any jobs because no one's hiring. No one is hiring! How does that make sense? I have shit that I need to pay for. How am I supposed to pay for it if I don't have a job? And people keep telling me, just be positive, just be patient. Be patient for what? Be positive for what? I just want a job. Can I have a job that's not so shitty, or are they just all garbage?
I have a hot take, and I need to know if I'm the only one thinking this or experiencing this. Hear me out. I just scratched myself, by the way, but I've been looking for jobs, okay? Looking for that good corporate American job, that 9 to 5 that I can just entry level type position, build onto my portfolio that I have because I just graduated with a degree in marketing. You know, I'm looking to learn more about SEO, about content strategy, about copywriting, account management, whatever I can get my little hands on. And I'm seeing all these digital marketing intern, digital marketing agency, digital marketing internships fall coming up, and I'm like, oh, maybe I can just learn, you know, for a few months, just learn. And I get emails back, we'd love to schedule an interview with you. And I look them up again, and everything I see is like, oh, they're an MLM. Oh, that agency is insurance sales. Oh, that agency, you gotta drive really far to all these stores and try to sell cable packaging. And I'm like, what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to learn like that sales. You know, I wouldn't mind doing marketing sales, trying to do B2B, trying to get that company to use our products and services in the marketing department, but not to sell some life insurance or cable packages or what is it, termite packages, and go to Indiana and do door-to-door sales. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do no digital product, selling a course on social media, digital marketing. Oh, you're a digital marketer. No. Okay, I just want to go to a legit marketing agency and learn. Okay? Or keep doing my little side thing and learn on my own and do like portfolio examples and build onto that and show that I have capabilities. But I am tired of hearing back from these people and getting so excited and just seeing all these scams. I'm like, why? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to get too passionate here, and I don't mean to yell, but I don't know what to say. I'm just, cause I just want to learn. I just want to build experience. I want to get experience to gain experience. I want to build onto my portfolio, you know. And I'm not getting upset about not hearing anything back. I'm just getting upset by seeing a little like a company being like, come here, come and get it. It's actually fake. Anyways, am I the only one experiencing this, or am I just going about everything the wrong way and it's my fault? What's going on? What do you think? If you're going through this, like, let's talk, okay?
I'm being so humbled by looking for service jobs in the 2024 job market. I'm currently having trouble finding work in the major I studied in college, so I've been applying to a ton of service jobs. I feel like no matter what the job is, they all want you to have a bachelor's degree, 1 to 3 years experience, and the pay is like $20 to $22 an hour. I also just got rejected from Whole Foods too, which is rough. I have experience working at a grocery store and my availability was pretty open, so maybe I somehow just scream red flags. But anyways, I just wanted to share my thoughts in case anyone else feels like they're getting humbled, and cheers to hoping to find a job so I can stay in San Francisco.
Job market is currently so bad right now, I don't know why there's not full-blown panic on the streets. It's getting to the point where gig work like DoorDash and Instacart aren't hiring new employees. I personally have been looking for a 9 to 5 job for over a year. I've literally applied to, like, no exaggeration, 1,000 jobs. It's gotten so bad that I've had to, like, contact the labor department and fake a disability to get into the work disability program. And guess what? Not only can they not find me a job, I had to have a new caseworker because the caseworker I was working with got laid off. And they've been looking for a new caseworker for me for, like, the better part of 2 months. Like, really, it's gotten really bad. I've heard horror stories and rumors that it currently looks bad to have a BA or higher on your resume because these companies don't want to pay bachelor's degree wages anymore, reducing your chances of getting hired in the first place. If what people are saying on social media is to be believed, it seems like most of us are either unemployed, looking for work, or underemployed. I think there's a lot of people out there who are, like, lying about not getting financial help from somebody in their life, because you cannot be unemployed and have all this money simultaneously. It doesn't make sense. Wall Street and corporate investors have destroyed the job market, and it's only going to get worse from here. And I know I goof around on this app a lot, but I'm being completely serious when I say we need to have a revolution in this country now.
Your sign to not quit your job. No matter how frustrated you are, how mad you are, do not quit your job, especially if you don't have another job lined up. Because 2 weeks ago, I had an interview with Marriott, and she told me that I had the job, only for her to text me and tell me that unfortunately I no longer have that job. Then I had another interview downtown at a bar, but when I texted him to clarify that start date, he left me on red and then blocked me. Another interview at a daycare, only for her to tell me that I don't meet the qualifications. Then this morning I wake up at 8:30 because I have an interview at 10:30, only for them to email me and tell me they've canceled my interview because they're no longer hiring candidates and they forgot they had their job posting up. Don't quit your fucking job. Talk to managers, figure out a solution. Dude, don't quit your fucking job, dude. This shit is ghetto.
Starting off, sorry I look like shit. My depression has been really bad, so I low-key have not been taking care of myself. So I look like absolute ass, but that's gonna change soon. But basically, I wanted to share my dilemma, and hopefully this video can reach, like, some people, and I can get some answers. I don't know. Basically, here's my dilemma. So if you don't know, I'm an auto tech student, and I've been, this whole year, my first year, in tech school, I have been looking for jobs within my industry. I've had a few close calls, but you know, like, they never really led into anything else, and I just kind of got stuck, so I kept looking for the next thing. I got in with this custom shop, which is what I want to do, is customs, and we've agreed to do the internship, but unfortunately, I can't start my internship until they get their paint shop situation situated, and we don't know how long that will take. So in the meantime, I was like, okay, well, let me get a job for right now just to get me through this waiting time and get through school, right? Yeah, but a lot of jobs are customer service. And one thing about me, I hate customer service. I used to be a server, I used to be a host, I used to be a barista. And when I say barista, I was a barista at Starbucks, I was a barista in hell. Starbucks is hell, and I'm never going back to that place, but the money was good. The money was real good. But I'm kind of having a dilemma here on trying to find, like, what are jobs, like, part-time positions that people seem to enjoy and doesn't suck the living, like, the life out of you? Because, I can't really serve. And the only reason is why I won't go back to serving. I didn't really have a bad experience serving. It was just like my environment was like really bad. But it's also that it's a night job and you have to work weekends. And I can't really work at night because I have basically my classes are at night now. So I can't work nights. So I'm trying to look for mornings. I applied to be a barista at Dutch Bros, a barista at Scooters, basically morning places, and those are also drive-through, so it's a little less, like, I mean, you're still interacting with customers, and I guess Dutch Bros also, like, you go out to customer cars, so it's a little more, you know, but it's something I think I can really handle. But also, I just don't know. I've been looking into gyms, but I just don't want to upsell stuff. I don't want to sell anything. I just, I'm really introverted. I can't even speak on this thing. I'm really introverted, but I've never had an issue talking to people. I'm always pretty good at like selling myself, not in like that way, but like, like marketing myself towards people, and I can start conversations with people. It's never been a problem. It's more that I have a social battery that goes from here to here in like 10 minutes of interacting with someone. So I don't know what's the move. I don't know what's the move, guys. Because everything is really customer service, and I just do not know what is the move. It's looking really bad for me right now. It's looking really, really bad for me right now. I don't know how I got into this predicament, but it's looking really bad right now. And I am just lost. I'm so lost that my cutting game is in the trash. It's in the trash.
I just want to come on here and say that the job market right now is ghetto. And it's not even ghetto fabulous. It's just ghetto. Okay? If you have a job, and even if you don't even like that job, stay in that job until you find something else, because it ain't even worth it out here. I've been seeing people up and down my timeline saying like, oh, I just quit. I'm going to do this full time. Baby girl, don't even bother. Don't even bother, because the job market is ghetto. Okay? I say all that because I made a video yesterday after leaving the mall, because I had a really terrible experience really waiting around for someone to interview me at a specific department store. Now, I'm not going to go through parts of my resume again because I've already done that once before. But what I will say is that I do have other things lined up, and I'm hoping that God will place me in a job that is right for me, that my expertise and all my experience will be able to shine through, and I'll be able to work for a company that really loves me, loves what I have to offer, and loves what I have to bring to the table. I say all of that to say that shouts out to all of y'all for commenting on my video and telling me what you would do in my situation, what you wouldn't have done, and even telling me to contact corporate. Now, I try my best not to always jump to contacting corporate, because you don't know if when I do contact corporate, if that person is going to lose their job, which is going to be a domino effect on their family. And I'm not out here trying to hurt anyone, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be okay. I just have to wait for what's right for me. What's for me is for me, and what's not for me is not for me. And I'm absolutely okay with that.
In a parallel universe, I would be only posting music on this account, but that's not the universe we live in. So I just want to rant about the job market real quick, because I've been unemployed for 3 months and I'm getting sick of it. Look at my hair. It is taking every ounce of my willpower to not like yank my hair out as a stress response, because I'm so... Anyway, my name is Dan, or Danny, or Daniel, or whatever you prefer. I'm a singer-songwriter, and right now I'm upset because I, like I said, have been unemployed for 3 months now, and I'm starting to lose hope in the job market as a whole. Now, it's no secret that the job market right now is not the best, but it is a lot worse when you don't have a car and you live in a place that is very, very dependent on cars. That really limits your options. My apartment is right between Minneapolis and St. Paul. I don't live in the downtown part of either of those cities, and also the specific place where I live only has one bus route that goes between them. In the place where I lived before, that wasn't a huge problem, because the bus would come like every 5 to 15 minutes, so I could reliably get to either city for work. The specific bus route that goes like where my apartment is, it only arrives every 30 minutes during rush hour, and then every hour on another day, and it also doesn't even run every other day. After I moved here, I would either be like 15 minutes late or like half an hour early, based on like which bus I took, and that's assuming that the transit system runs on time, which if you live in the Twin Cities, you know that's not a thing. The bus could be 10 to 15 minutes early, or it could just be skipped entirely without telling you. Suffice it to say, I was let go from that company because after a few months, I was just straight up not physically able to be there when I was supposed to be there on a consistent basis, and it was a problem. Unfortunately, that also meant I did not qualify for unemployment. So I've been scraping by on loans and assistance from my church and what I had left of my 401k. For a while, I've been applying to jobs left and right, mostly trying to avoid the downtown jobs to avoid like facing the exact same problem over again. But I've mostly been looking for stuff that's close to me because, again, I don't have a car. So I'm applying for jobs left, right, and center for the past 3 months. And the issue is the jobs that I most qualify for are nearly impossible to get to. Perfect example, I just saw a listing on Indeed that was posted really recently, and it looked perfect, right? It was literally in the same zip code as me. So I thought, oh, that must mean that it's close enough for me to walk to. It's a 7-minute drive. It's a 55-minute walk. This is a bus that would take me pretty close to there. The problem is their starting time is 5:30 in the morning, and so that bus just isn't running. Another bus takes you pretty far away from there, and it only shaves about 10 minutes off of the total commute time. So I'm looking at 45 to 55 minutes in pitch black darkness and for half the year in the snow. And I cannot do that. Not just because I don't want to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, I don't want to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but I'm telling you, if I'm working there come February, I would literally get frostbite just because I would have to be walking for 40 to 50 minutes just to get there. Or alternatively, I could put an obscene number of layers on to kind of reduce my chances of getting frostbite, but then I would have to spend an additional like 10 to 20 minutes walking because I have like 5 pairs of pants.
Yo, at this point, these companies are just messing with us. So I just had a job interview, and the first interview was with the HR person. The second and third were with the supervisor and the hiring manager. After that, I have to do a project, and if I pass the project, I get to talk to a panel of people who just want to make sure I'm good at collaborating with other people. And if I pass the panel interview, then I get to talk to the CFO of the company, who also has to make sure that I'm the right candidate. If the project didn't already tell them that I have the skills and knowledge, and talking to the panel didn't tell them I'm good at collaborating with people, I still have to talk to somebody else. Like, what is this? Is this the Olympics? Like, what the hell is going on over here? Mind you, the job posting is still active on LinkedIn, and it's still taking applications. So while they're interviewing me and getting me through all these different stages, they're still looking for other people, and they have like 100 applications at this point. So I don't know, why are you wasting my time? What else do I need to do to prove that I'm a good candidate?
If you're looking for a job right now and feeling discouraged, just know that I applied to 1,623 companies before I got my current job offer. Throughout the whole process, I kept a really detailed list of all my applications, my interviews, everything I did, and I just tallied up a bunch of statistics, and my jaw's on the floor. I cannot believe it. But it may make you feel better if you're feeling really frustrated with the job search right now, so let me share. Okay, I received 795 total rejections. I interviewed with 61 different companies, so 60 of those rejections came after I'd done some kind of interview of sorts. I did 112 total interviews, and the most interviews I did with any single company was 6 rounds, 9 total calls, and I got rejected. I also did 32 total assessments. So this could be like case studies, take-home assignments, coding challenges. And just hypothetically, if you were to assume that each interview was 30 minutes, which many of them were longer, much longer, 112 interviews times 30 minutes, that equates to 56 hours of interviewing. And last thing, the job that I ended up getting was 4 rounds of interviews, each 30 minutes. This is my 3rd full-time corporate job, and I will say I have never, ever had to apply to nearly as many jobs in the past. Like the job I had before this, that one I remember being kind of tough to find, and I think I applied to like less than 200. So if you're facing a lot of rejection, you feel like it's endless applications, let this be your motivation, because you just got to put your head down and do the work and you'll see results.
This is the reality we're living in. A system that sets you up to fail and then blames you for it. But here's the truth. It's not you. It's the expectations, the hypocrisy, and the constant demand for more while offering less in return. So what do? We keep calling it out. We refuse to accept this as normal. And most importantly, we stop blaming ourselves for a system that was broken long before we got here. If this resonated with you, share it. Let's make sure they hear us, because this conversation isn't over.